Well, good morning, everybody. It's happy Wednesday morning. Remember the 5th, the day after Election Day. And saw the results of the elections in New York and New Jersey and whatnot, Virginia. And I don't know what to think. We can't get too discouraged because these are blue states, after all. But even amongst Democrats, to see so many Democrats supporting such extreme people is really a very scary thing. The communists that have taken over a lot in the Democratic Party have really done a phenomenal job in stirring up a lot of our regular people that otherwise would be good people that are just, they got them scared of Hitler, they got them focused on, expensive things. I think the Democrats are doing everything to thwart Trump's policies, obviously, to bring costs down on food and things like that. We have stopped it from going up. It just hasn't gone down like we'd like it to. We got the cost of eggs down. Gas is down. And over time, as we are more efficient here, Trump's economy will take hold. But I think that just as Trump wised up in his second term over his first term by getting more people he could trust around him in the cabinet and doing things to take on the deep state a lot more directly. They've been very effective in a lot of ways, although Doge has stalled. Doge kind of failed, really. It's too bad, but that's what's happened. Just as Trump has learned and done a better job of taking on the deep state in the second term than in the first term, so have our enemies in the deep state, our Marxist invaders, essentially, have also learned from Trump's first term and are fighting it. The first time they fought it with Russia, and then eventually the COVID. Yes, the COVID was their weapon against Trump the first time around. And this time they're doing it with just incremental stuff by stirring up the population, trying to start a civil war, essentially. Starting violence, being violent, and doing everything they can do on local and state levels. Again, I urge people to watch. It's really hard to watch, actually. But I urge people to watch it anyway. The former governor, oh man, I'll post it again later. This former governor of Colorado from 2003 talking about the 8 ways to destroy America from inside. The Democratic Party is basically now executing on the far left. If we don't recognize it for what it is, they're not following any rules. They're rigging elections. I don't want to, look, they've got a lot of people scared of Donald Trump in states like New Jersey and New York, and Madami is a charismatic guy. He fools a lot of people, and they get a lot of votes because of it. It's all style over substance. It's disgusting. It's scary. It could ruin the country. It could really ruin a lot of people's lives, destroy our middle class. I saw a stat that says in 1980, or I forget what year it wasn't that long ago, 80 or 90, 61% of households were middle class. Now that number's down to 50%. That's still a very strong, vibrant middle class, but I'm sure it was probably even higher than that in the 60s and 50s. But the middle class is shrinking. They're winning. We're winning this war. Again, I'm going to say it again. 60 years ago, we were over in East Asia shooting communists and killing them to keep them far away from our country. Now we have one who just elected this mayor of New York. And by the way, the mayor of Los Angeles is also a communist. Nobody seems to talk about that. The things that the news media misses. Crazy. That's why I want to be a media guy here for Connecticut, especially. I want people to, we're eventually going to, I really want to, I want to be careful. I get in trouble saying plans. My desire is to bring news updates on the issues every day here on this cast. And eventually have guests, calls, hosts, all kinds of things. We're doing it with Selena right now in Connecticut Common Sense. It's great. That's growing. We're sticking with that. That's really it right now. But I want to do more. We're going to do my campaign for Congress right here, too. Oh, that's right. It's going to be one heck of a journey. I still need a treasurer. I can't go anywhere without a good treasurer. I'll get one. I'll find one. I will. I'm not asking anyone to come forward, honestly, because I don't know who I can trust. So I'm going to have to find you and talk you into it. And I will. I'll find you. It's kind of like finding a girlfriend in a way. I used to, back in the day, I used to have to find a girlfriend or whatnot. I'll find you. You're out there somewhere. You treasurer, you're out there somewhere. So anyway, that's kind of the next thing. And I'm building data right now. on all the different RTCs, and this, as Selena's been doing, we've been doing. Selena's been doing a phenomenal job in building data on the RTCs around the state so we can fix them and find out which ones want to be fixed and which ones don't. And that's the thing. It's so sad to see our GOP so infiltrated here in Connecticut. It's really, I lament it. We have to fix it. The people have the power to do it. If you don't storm the RTCs, forget about it. But I've been thinking actually a lot lately. This is going to be one of my shorter ones today because I got a lot to do. I have 26 active process service jobs open right now for my company. That's the most ever. It was 22 was the old record. 26 right now, so I got to get busy. But I've been thinking a lot about something. This is really important. Again, we're coming up on the 1 year anniversary when I got involved in all this. It was just before Thanksgiving when I decided to unleash everything I got to try to help save this state and this country for that matter. Because I see the trouble it's in. I recognized it myself way back when, actually. But in Connecticut, I didn't realize how bad it was. It's almost seemed hopeless. Trump's election in 2024 really kickstarted the momentum. I think that we can take this country back for Americanism. So that's my point. I obviously am a big fan of the MAGA movement. What is wrong with Make America Great Again? For God's sakes. Don't you want your home to be great? The whole idea that you'd be against MAGA is kind of crazy, but you're free to be against it if you want. But it must be, if you're just mathematics says, I'm kind of a math guy, equation guy. Math isn't always numbers. If you're against Make America Great Again, that must mean you're for not great America? Really? Come on. But I thought a lot about it. The whole premise of the movement was to flip Connecticut red, get Connecticut red again, and we're working on that. It's going to be a tall order, but it still can be done. And it's been a lot of the premise of the podcast and everything, that our movement, everything. And then we have people within our own movement. We have the best thing about freedom and Americanism and Make America Great Again is the freedom to debate. So we have to set within our own groups. And we've had people say, we got to think more centrist to attract more Democrats. And I get that. But here's what I realized. Make America Great Again really is about America. They should make more hats like this, red, white, and blue. Make this same hat red, white, and blue. Because it's really not about flipping. Red and blue is so polarizing. Blue states, red states. Middle class, upper class, lower class. Man, woman, black, white, gay, straight. We talk about that in terms of identity politics, and we on the right don't like identity politics. We're all human. We all want the same things. We're all brothers and sisters, baby. Right? But you stretch that same, they do the same thing with class. Upper class, middle class, lower class. We change classes all the time. Americans in particular, not in the other part of the world where it's almost impossible to switch classes. That's where all that develops. Here, there's many Americans that are in the lower class, middle class, upper class. It fluctuates. You can move around classes. It's no reason to divide ourselves based on that. Red state, blue state, red state, blue state, red state, blue state. God, we're setting ourselves up for a freaking war, man. It's red. It's Make America. Let's flip Connecticut red, white, and blue. That's the punchline here. Let's flip Connecticut red, white, and blue. Because right now it's going really red. Is really, the old communist color was red. We were kids and we used to run around doing stupid little things. We call the cops would come. Oh, it's red. We call it red, like Florida red. Communism red. How did we get the red, man? That just psychologically messes with your head. That's probably not an accident. It's the same narrative flip of how they got so many Democrats in the cities, all over the country, thinking that somehow we're the party of the oppressors, the black people, the minorities and stuff. It's not the case. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Senator Byrd was a Democrat. These guys are taking care of all Democrats. How did that get flipped? The bottom line is this. Let's flip Connecticut red, white, and blue. Okay, I got a blue hat, too. I don't know. Wait, there's white there, too. A little white. Let's flip Connecticut red, white, and blue. Okay? Let's unite. I just know 80% of us the ones that aren't inflicted with TDS. If you're someone that hates Donald Trump, sit down and write on a piece of paper the actual factual things that Trump is doing that you think are a threat to your democracy, to your freedom. I mean, they got to be be honest with yourself. They got to be factual things, though, not what somebody's saying. Okay? Try that. Try the experiment. Right, we need to change minds, and let's flip Connecticut red, white, and blue. I'm going to go. I got a lot to do. Have a great day, everybody. God bless Connecticut. God bless America.